Thank you for coming back. This is going to be a very interesting block of instruction. Well, at least as interesting as resumes can be, but I'm going to talk about the combination resume, so stick around. If you were around for our functional resume episode, you're going to find that this one is very similar, except for one change, and that occurs in the work history section. I'll repeat it. There is no universally accepted NATO-approved format for resumes, so ultimately it can be whatever you want it to be. But as we move on to our objective, let's leave nothing to chance and make sure that we're able to sink the hook within 30 seconds and indicate to whoever is reading it that we are the most qualified or that you're the most qualified. Let's take a look at this example. This resume features contact information, an objective statement, skills and abilities as they relate to the occupation itself, work experience, education, and always a military category. This layout is very similar to the functional resume, but you'll notice the difference in the work experience section and how that's developed. Now let's zero in on one section in particular. That's the work experience section. You'll notice that the occupation, the name of the organization, and the time frame actively engaged are in the same position and presented the exact same way as they are in the functional resume. In this one, we're going to keep that, but what we're going to do is expand on exactly what it was that we did while working in that position for that employer. This allows you to include keywords and phrases that are highly relevant to what it is you're pursuing. As you move on to the objective, err on the side of caution. Let's produce a document that's easy to read, that delivers the most relevant information quickly so we can sink the hook and gain that person's attention. As always, if you need a format or you need a sample, contact me directly and I'd glad to supply you with my own. Or better yet, consider attending one of the resume classes that are offered in our various WorkSource centers and online. I think it's also important to remember that you may have multiple resumes, 3, 5. If you can do a variety of things, it's not uncommon for an individual to develop a specific resume for that very specific skill set. What does this do? Reduces lag time in the process. If you catch wind of an opportunity, you can send a resume and the associated documents quickly. Respond quickly. Okay, 6 considerations. The top 1/3 of your resume is the most valuable part because that's where you're going to sink the hook. If the individual reading your resume is only going to give you about 20 to 30 seconds, that's where you've got to deliver the content that lets them know that you're the most qualified candidate for the position. Targeting. It's important to develop or write a document that speaks absolutely to the opportunity. Include keywords and phrases that are highly relevant. And of course, symmetry, alignment, clean font that's not too small, indentations and spacing. All of these things lend themselves to developing a very clean document that's easy to read. Don't give the reader any reason to put it down. Don't confuse them. Keep the symmetry, keep it clean. And of course, if you're going to include attention to detail as a skill, make sure that that's on display in any document that you produce, especially your resume. Roger. Okay, AAR. What did we talk about? We talked about combination resumes and how they are different than a functional resume. Very similar though in the sense that once you have developed a targetable, easily modified format, you'll find that you'll be able to respond to opportunity quickly. We also talked about symmetry and spacing, so on and so forth. I think you get the idea. Dress right dress, keep it clean, Make sure that it's pleasing to look at. If you need a second set of eyes on your resume, don't hesitate to reach out to me directly or contact any capable staff member in a WorkSource office near you.